Hey guys, what's up? It's Dean. Welcome to Manful Yoga. This is a 15-minute core and spine workout. So we're gonna be going through exercises to help strengthen your abs, your core, and help to support your back. So if you've got back pain, if you have discomfort in your low back while working out, this workout is really gonna help with all that. We'll be working on everything pretty much from your knees up through your ribs. For this workout, you don't need any equipment. If you have a yoga mat, great, but you can also do this with a towel or do it on the ground. We're gonna get started on your back. Here we go. So go ahead and start in what's called a dead bug position. So I'm gonna have you bring your right hand to your right thigh, knee above your hip. Extend your left leg out. Depending on how your back feels here, you can bring your leg higher. If you have no pain, you can just hover that foot off the ground to make it a little more challenging. And then squeeze your left arm back and down as much as possible. To make this more challenging, you can lift your chest off the floor. I want you to think lifting your chest and lifting your shoulders instead of kind of crunching your head in. And we're here for about 15 seconds. The goal here is to just make sure that all of the muscles in your abs, your core, are warmed up for the workout. Press your hand into your thigh a little bit harder to challenge yourself a little more. Lift your chest, and then switch sides. Left hand, left thigh, right arm down and back, right leg hovering off the floor. As you exhale, you can lift your shoulders a little higher, challenge yourself a little more. And again, you're gonna feel your whole core working here. Push your hand into your thigh, thigh back into your hand. You'll feel your hip flexor working. And squeeze your right arm toward the ground to help warm up your upper back and your shoulders. Lift a little bit higher with your shoulders and your chest. One more breath. And release down. All right, nice warm up. From here, we're gonna bring it to a reclined twist. Arms out to the side. Keep your shoulders on the ground as much as possible. Take a deep breath in. And then bring your legs over toward the right. Legs stacked. Right hand on top of your left knee. And if you notice that your left shoulder kind of comes off the ground, that's okay. Do your best to squeeze that shoulder down and try to keep your head down as well. Deep breath in here through the nose. And again, out through the nose. Keep that breathing up on your own pace. As you're here, I want you to work on squeezing your core area. So as you're exhaling, you're squeezing your abs, try to squeeze out all the air in your lungs. Press the back of your left arm toward the ground. You'll also feel some stretching through the left pectoral, the left chest area as you do this. And make sure that you're keeping your hips facing to the outside and your chest facing up. One more breath here. All right, switch sides, bring your legs back to the middle. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, legs toward the left. Again, that right shoulder might come off the ground. Bring your left hand to the right knee. Squeeze the back of your right shoulder to the ground. And breathe in and out of your nose. Try to keep that breathing as slow and controlled as possible. That's going to help your breathing get more efficient. That's also going to help you maintain better control over your body. Try to get your hips to face directly to the outside and your torso to face up. As you inhale, think about making your body longer. And as you exhale, squeeze your abs and go deeper into the twist. 2 more breaths. This is a really great exercise for your low back. Good for relieving back pain pretty instantly, actually. Also really good for any sort of warm-up for any workout. All right, legs back to the middle. From here, moving into a bridge. Plant your feet a few inches in front of your hips. Make sure that your toes are facing straight forward. Squeeze your abs like you're doing a plank. Squeeze your butt muscles, and then press down through your feet to lift your hips. Keep your low back flat here. I don't want you to splay your chest up like this and puff out your chest. You actually want to keep your back flat here. Think about reaching your tailbone toward your knees, squeezing your butt. So using your glutes, using your hamstrings to support your body weight here, and squeezing your abs to protect your back. If you want, you can also try hovering one foot, just kind of hovering from the left foot to the right foot, and that's going to help you activate your glutes. If you don't feel that glute activation right away, it does take some time to build it, so don't be discouraged. It's normal. We're here for 15 more seconds, or about 2 breaths. You can also squeeze your shoulders toward your feet. So think about pulling your shoulders forward with your heels. And again, really squeezing your glutes, squeezing your abs to protect your back. Last breath. And then release down. Bring your knees in toward your chest. Just lightly roll from side to side here to kind of reset. And from here, moving to recline twist. So doing reps of what we did before. Knees above your hips, arms to the outside. Take a deep breath in, legs to the right. And as you exhale, squeeze your abs, squeeze your core, legs back toward the middle. Inhale left. Exhale, squeeze your abs, bring your legs back to the middle. Keep this up in your own pace. We're going to go 5 to each side. And the goal here is to use your core to bring your legs back to the middle. So I don't want you pressing down into your hands that much. Your arms are there to just kind of support you. Don't rely on your arms to bring your legs back to the middle. This is a really good exercise for your core. Very good for addressing a lot of the root causes of back pain. And again, this is also just a really nice warm-up for any workout. One more to each side. And then plant your feet down. All right, so hopefully your abs are feeling pretty warmed up at this point. I'm going to have you sit up, and we're going to move into a seated twist. So some different levels here. You can start bringing your left foot in, planting it kind of to the inside of your right knee, and then holding your chest up, getting as tall as you can in a seated position, and then turning your face toward the left. That's level 1. Level 2, bring your left foot over your right knee. Give your left knee a hug, kind of sit up taller, and again, look over toward the left. That's level 2. Level 3, bring your right elbow outside your left knee. Take a deep breath in to get tall. Make sure you're using your hips and your core strength to hold yourself up here, and then exhaling to twist. 2 more breaths here. Whatever level you're at, just make sure that it's manageable. You should be able to breathe in and out of your nose with control. So using your abs, using your thigh strength to hold yourself here, not letting your low back kind of poke out behind you like that. All right, relax, turn back to the middle, switch sides. So again, you can bring your right leg, right heel in toward your hip, inside the knee. You can cross that foot over, hug your knee in toward your chest, get really nice and tall here. So thinking ribs lift away from the hips, using your core strength to hold yourself upright. And then as you exhale, twisting toward your right. You might want to bring your left elbow outside the right knee. You can also place your right hand kind of behind your low back. Just make sure that you're trying to hold yourself here with strength. So notice that I can lift my hands off the ground and kind of hold myself here. I don't want you to rely on kind of cranking your elbow into your knee for this twist. You've got 1 more breath here. Again, building strength while working into flexibility. And then releasing back toward the middle. All right, from here, 1 more core exercise in a seated position. This is called boat. So you're going to bring your feet kind of in front of your hips, grab onto your knees, lift your chest up as much as possible, and then lean slightly back. The goal here is to have a flat back while working your abs. Lift your knees up one by one. I want you to work on engaging your hip flexors. So you should feel these muscles that connect your thighs to your waist. You should feel those muscles working. And then again, chest is lifting up, almost like your sternum, that bone in front of your heart, is being hoisted toward the ceiling. So this is kind of level 1 here, holding onto your knees, making sure that your back is flat, getting your abs and your hips involved. Level 2, you can bring your arms out in front of you, like so, so unsupported. You can also try hands along your sides like this for some other support. And then level 3 is actually lifting your feet off the ground, bringing your shins to parallel. And this is really challenging, but really good for your hip flexors, really good for your abs. We're gonna be here for 15 seconds. So whatever level you select, just make sure that you're feeling this in your abs, you're not feeling this in your low back. If you feel it in your low back, go back to supported version. Last 5 seconds here. Get tall, squeeze your thighs, squeeze your abs, and release. All right, nicely done. From here, we're gonna move to a bird dog. So hands under your shoulders, knees under hips, spine nice and long, abs engaged, just like you have for a plank. Bring your left arm out in front of you, turn your palm up, and then bring your right leg straight back, heel pressing away, toes flexed toward you. You want to keep your hips level here, so you can kind of check in with your abs, make sure that they're straight. You don't want, one hip way above the other and one hip down. So you want the hips level here. And then hug your right hand and your left knee toward one another. Make yourself as long as you can, so really extend your left arm forward and press your right leg back. Again, this should feel just like you would for a plank. We're here for 2 breaths, just working on stability, building core strength. All right, release down. And we're gonna switch sides, straight into it. Bring your right arm out, turn that palm up. And without moving your hips, bring your left leg straight back. Press the heel back, flex your toes toward you. You wanna try and make a straight line from your back heel all the way through your extended fingertips in your right hand. So think lengthening your body, getting as long as you can. Keeping that breathing slow and controlled, in and out of the nose. Hug your right knee and your left hand toward one another. And hold here. As you're exhaling, squeezing your core. And as you're inhaling, lengthening your body, getting longer from your heel to your fingertips. Last breath. And release down. Okay, nicely done. From here, we're going to take it into a cobra. So flat onto your chest. Hands are kind of under your chest. Flip your feet. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. Squeeze your thighs so your knees lift away from the floor. Squeeze your abs. As you inhale, lengthen your chest forward. Press the top of your head toward the wall in front of you. And then you can exhale to squeeze up a little bit higher. So getting length through your entire body and then getting height secondarily. You might feel some cramping through your toes and through your feet. That's normal. It'll go away with time. Squeeze your elbows in toward your sides and then pull them down toward your hips. Keep your abs working here to protect your back. This is mainly a core and hips exercise, so try not to just use your back to lift. 10 more seconds. Give it everything you've got. We're almost done with this routine. Try to get long. Keep the abs tight. Squeeze the thighs. 3, 2, 1, and release down. Okay, from here we're going to take it to a kind of a tabletop position. Hands under your shoulders, knees wide, and big toes touch. These are called child's pose sit backs. I really like these as a back and core exercise. Inhale at the top here, keeping your back flat. And then as you exhale, shift your hips back toward your heels, kind of sitting toward a child's pose. Inhale back to that start position. Exhale, butt toward your heels. So 5 of these. And again, this is just a really nice exercise for your back. It mimics what you do in a squat if you're keeping your back in the correct position. And squats are just really great for your knees, your hips, your back, your whole body. As you're shifting back, squeeze your abs. Try to keep your back flat here. You might feel some stretching through your back as you do that. Last one. and then moving into a child's pose. And I want you to be really active here. So hands are out in front of you. Forehead can relax down. If your head doesn't quite touch the ground, that's okay. You can just hover it. Press down into the ground with your hands. So really push down into the mat. And then squeeze your hands toward one another. Without actually moving your hands, just squeeze your arms toward one another. Squeeze your thighs. Squeeze your abs. Try to get your back flat here. Don't let your low back round. And don't get lazy. Again, I want you to be really active here. So arms and shoulders active. Squeezing your thighs, squeezing your butt, and squeezing your core. As you do this, definitely going to feel, strengthening through your shoulders, your abs, your thighs. Hopefully some stretching, though, as well through the chest area, through your mid-back, low back, and your hips. One more breath here. All right, moving into our final two poses really quickly. Take it into a forearm plank. Forearms parallel to one another, toes tucked. Lift your belly button up so your back isn't going to be totally flat here. Belly button up, hips just a little bit higher. And then squeeze your elbows and your feet toward one another. 20 seconds here. This is a bit more challenging. If you need to, you can take your knees down. That's fine. And if you want to make it more challenging, again, squeeze your elbows and your feet toward one another. Try to keep your shoulders loose, so keep your head kind of poking away from your shoulders. Don't let your neck get really short. Last breath. And then release down. Last exercise is full locust. Bring your arms along your sides, palms facing up. Extend your legs back, point your toes toward the wall behind you. Squeeze your abs, lift your chest, squeeze your arms toward the ceiling, lift your legs, and you're trying to get yourself as long as possible here, getting your chest away from the floor, using your hips, using your core. Shouldn't feel too much pinching through the back here. If it hurts, don't go as high. Focus on using your abs. 10 seconds, that's it, and you're done with this routine. Again, lengthen and then get height. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your abs, protect your back. 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, go ahead and take it into a tabletop position, or you can come into a seated position and just take a few breaths here to kind of wind down. Bring your breathing back to normal. In and out of the nose. Relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your core as you exhale. All right, great job on that workout today. If you're following along to this routine as part of the 7-day challenge, keep it going. And if you haven't already signed up for my free 7-day challenge, you can do so at the first link in the description below. This is a 7-day Beginner's Yoga for Men challenge featuring 15-minute workouts and daily emails to help hold you accountable. This is an awesome way to get started with yoga, and it's free. Again, click that first link in the description below, and you'll get your first workout delivered to your inbox in just minutes. I'm also adding in a bonus head and neck essentials routine. This is a previously members-only workout that I'm making available for free when you sign up. So again, click that first link in the description below. I'll wait. Do it. And if you haven't already subscribed to this YouTube channel, subscribe. You'll be the first to know when new workouts and new videos are released. Like a video if you liked it. And if you have any questions or feedback, go ahead and leave a comment. Thanks again for being here. I'll see you in the next video.